A look there at legendary Lambeau Field, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, a couple of rivals doing battle in the NFC North. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. Will Reichert will get this one started. And we're underway at legendary Lambeau Field. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his third season as the Green Bay starter.
And I think each of the last 2 seasons since he's become a full-time starter, Mike, all we've seen Jordan Love do is improve week by week, year by year. And when you talk to his head coach, Matt LaFleur, he's very clear. He said, there is no question in my mind. He can become one of the elite quarterbacks in this league. He just needs to do 2 things: stay healthy and keep winning.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Love out quickly to Dobbs. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Love. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
1st and 10.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical, right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Right side, catch made by Dobbs. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him, take him down behind the line.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Green Bay. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. He's got it, and the Packers will take a 7-0 lead.
Score, Packers 7, Vikings nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So the Vikings come out. Technically, it is year 2 for J.J. McCarthy, but really it's year 1. Did not play at all in the regular season last year with the knee injury. The former Michigan Wolverine, the quarterback of the Vikings.
So after getting drafted in the first round a year ago to Minnesota, gets off to a slow start, suffers an early injury, ends up watching the entire season from the sideline. Sam Darnold took the starting job and ran with it. But now it's J.J. McCarthy's time. He got to watch firsthand how good you can be in this Kevin O'Connell system if you just rely on the weapons, trust the reads, and play within the confines of that system, because Kevin O'Connell has shown 2 things. He can win football games, and he can coach quarterbacks.
2nd and 10. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Micah Parsons in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's 3rd down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Exiting the pocket right. And he'll get into the slide here, but he's going to be well short of the 1st down.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
So on 4th down, out comes Ryan Wright to punt for Minnesota. Fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Packers offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Here's Love. He'll keep this himself. And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
2 yards.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, But after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
From the gun, it's Love. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
It's fourth down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
Fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. The Vikings offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. He connects with Jordan Addison. And he'll mark him down up beyond the 30.
It's a gain of
Give him 14
yards.
On that play. One play, one first down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
They'll run the toss here with Jones. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, you're able to get you down for a loss.
And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
I think a little bit of what's happened here, Mike, is this offense is having some trouble matching the level of physicality of the defense. So physically, they're getting beat at the point of attack, and I think these last two plays are a great example why.
That one into the hands of Jefferson. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Completes this one. That's Christian Watson. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
13 yards on the
13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
First down.
We talk so much about starting fast and then trying to sustain that throughout the course of the game. That's exactly what they're doing here. They've got the early lead, but they're not content to just sit on the ball. They're looking to extend it. Nice start here to this drive. Once they cross midfield, then it goes into go mode. You're trying to come away with points every single time you have the ball. It's a good way to start this game here in the first quarter.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 4. He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A gain of a yard.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And he'll be taken down, but good enough to keep this drive going. It's a first down.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. So the rule of thumb, so often when you call these play-action passes, Mike, is that the guy you fake it to, he tends to be wide open more often than not, and it's exactly the case here. Dump it off to the back in the flat, and he does the rest.
Now give to Jacobs. He'll run right, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Brought down behind the line
And just like that, you go from 2nd and inches, where you think it's pretty much a given that you're going to move the chains, to now finding yourself in 3rd and 2 or 3. Great job by that defense. This completely changes this possession.
Now Love. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. Give him 13 on that screenplay, and a first down.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
They'll run with Jacobs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. They've converted twice on 3rd down on this drive. Now facing 3rd and 3. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
For the Packer field goal, a 25-yard attempt.
McManus's kick is good, and the Packers will extend to a 10-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. Price now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Vikings offense getting set to get back to work. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. The ball comes out. And the Packers have recovered the football.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
The Packers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They start with the lead and the football, and they do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and a yard. This is Jones. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
He was taken down.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Here's 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, and here's McCarthy. It's a gain of 10 yards. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Vikings 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. On play action, here's McCarthy. He takes off. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
13 more yards. That's another Vikings 1st down.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are. Early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
2nd and 2, you're thinking, I got 2 downs to get 2 yards. How hard can that be? Well, against this defense, it turns out to be a big challenge. They take you back for a loss of 2, and now you find yourself on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And it's going to be 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
The Packers offense about ready to take over once more. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early, and they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. He'll start this drive by keeping it himself. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. On 2nd down, Love. Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Packers on top, and we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football. 3rd, they need 8 as we are ready to get back underway. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
At some point, you would just like to see that internal clock start to speed up. The longer the play goes on, the more vulnerable you become as the quarterback. Get rid of the ball, but no matter what, you have to avoid the sack.
Here's Daniel Whelan now as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
They just desperately need to get something positive going here, Mike. It just feels like they're a play away from really jump-starting everything they've talked about being good at throughout the course of the week's prep, and it's really been the inability to sustain drives. So critical 3rd downs, better on 1st and 2nd. Somewhere it's got to pop, and somebody's got to make a play.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. The throw on the run is complete. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The Packers offense ready to get back at it. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Golden, finding space at the 40. And And he'll be taken down at the 30. It is a big-time play for the Packers. 45 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down.
Gain of a yard.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. Going to depend on the spot, but it looks like he is short.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this fourth down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to him, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Packers will open up a 13-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Price now to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They find themselves down 13-0 here. As they try to get things started offensively, it's 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. He's got his man, Jefferson. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Jones now on 1st and 10, and he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row, and another first down.
Vikings, first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
He'll step up and run. A gain there of 11. First down, Minnesota.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Vikings first down. 1st and 10.
There's just so many ways this offense can beat you, Mike. He adds such a layer to this offense with their ability to use him as a designed runner, and we can see there as he picks up the first down.
A Up the middle, here's Jones. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Play action now. It's McCarthy. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. They need to say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small, and oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. This will be from 56 yards away. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And they do not cut into the deficit.
You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
On play action, Love. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Andrew Van Ginkel getting in there to drop him. It'll be a loss of 7 to start this drive.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
A second down throw for Love. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Back to throw is Love. He's going to uncork one, looking for Wicks. That is brought in, and he will go all the way. Dontavian Wicks, touchdown Packers. A beautiful combination in the air there, the pass downfield, and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Now it's McManus for the point after. He's got it. And the Packers add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Price now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. They'll motion over Thielen. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
On the handoff, Jones. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. Oh, not a good throw there. That's across his body. It's intercepted. Picked off by Evan Williams. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
If you're going to run this route against quarters coverage, Mike, you have to do a better job of running the route flatter. The quarterback is going to trust that you are going to uncover right when that guy comes out of his break, but he rounds the route just a little too much and ends up being a costly mistake.
The Packers offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start really in field goal territory already, but they're looking for more. Offense got it 1st and 10. Good play action with Love. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
Over the middle of the tight end, Musgrave. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
It's
a gain of 16 yards. First down, Packers.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
A run up the middle with Jacobs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Love. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
A gain of 10.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
They'll run the sneak. And they're going to get him down close to the marker. Was he able to reach the ball out? He did. Great spot and a great run. First down. 1st and goal.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
And he's in! Dontavian Wicks. Touchdown, Green Bay. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
McManus on for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Packers able to add on. It is now 27-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Vikings offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start out first down and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And they'll bring him down around the 27-yard line. Linebacker Isaiah McDuffie ends the play there.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
2nd down and 8. To throw is McCarthy. This one is caught by Addison. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy, and that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
Here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now a fair catch, he'll take it at about the 24-yard line. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. He's going to have a Packers 1st down. He has this one past the 35 to about the 37.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And this time, they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
A loss of 2.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. From the gun, it's Love. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. but the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
From the gun on third down, it's Love. He's going to uncork one, looking for Wicks. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
41 yards on the
A
play.
big gainer for Green Bay. 41 yards.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 16-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Love. This is taken in. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And fortunately, he's able to get back on it, so not only will it not be a turnover, but in fact, the drive keeps going. It's a first down.
First down and goal to go.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Back with more from Lambeau Field after this. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. This one caught at the 4.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Who wants it more here? 4th and goal from the 1. And they'll try it now with Jacobs. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Packers stretch things out even further.
Vikings nothing.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Price now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Now McCarthy to the middle of the field, taken in by Addison. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
Second down, they need 3. They'll motion over Thielen. McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
And the Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He's got this on target to Addison. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up
Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen here, and you never know what you're going to get in the NFL. Sometimes it goes down to the wire. Other times, it's blowout city, like what this game is shaping up to be. But hey, anything can happen, so let's go to the second half. Send it back out to our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. I bet you it was 2 different, very different, in fact, halftime speeches from the head coaches as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This will be returned from the 6, and he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. On play action, here's McCarthy. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him, and that's going to be a loss of 9 to open this drive.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
On second down, here's McCarthy. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
Gain of 10 yards, and it's third down.
From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And McCarthy's going to get down and pick up the first down. Good, smart play with the slide by JJ.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. And that one incomplete.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long. And as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet. But I could promise you, they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's McCarthy. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He'll try to run for it.
J.J. McCarthy on the scramble.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either their ball or as a runner, and they're able to force 4th down.
It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings. He's on for the 5th time this afternoon. Oh, a miss hit there off the side of his foot. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
First down. 1st and 10.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
That is into the hands of Wicks. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
To throw is Love. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. He'll step up and run this. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down.
17 yards.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
On 1st down, here's McCarthy. He's got his man, Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Here's Jones. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the 3rd quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Now a handoff. Jones. He'll be taken down at about the 33-yard line. Entering Cooper. They're on the tackle.
33-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 5. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. This is going to be from 53 yards out. He'd missed twice already, but this one goes through. And the Vikings cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Will
Reichert had the field goal a moment ago. It's back out now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Jordan Love and the rest of the Packer offense ready for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Off the play fake. Here's Love. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
It leads to second and 10.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On play action, Love. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Luke Musgrave, the tight end, was the intended target there.
Third down
and it's going to be third down.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Potentially very big call here.
That penalty is declined.
Packers set to kick this one away.
For the Packers.
Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to see what they can do. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Here comes the screen to Jones. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
On third and long, here's McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the third and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. Here comes a return. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one.
Taken down at the 41. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. We'll go play action with Love. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. Third and 6. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. From the gun, it's Love. He's got a man. That's Watson. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a first down.
Doing a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
He'll get this one out to Jacobs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Green Bay first down.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
2nd and 7. On the ground, it's Jacobs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's got his tight end. That's Musgrave. A pickup of 15 in the air. First down, Packers.
15 yards. That's another Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Third down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
And he'll be out of bounds down around the 40. Give him a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. And I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing.
On 2nd down, Love. And that's going to move him closer, but they're going to need to come up with something here. Here comes 3rd and goal.
A gain of 7 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Now Love. That is caught.
Love's pass brought down just shy.
Well, they say football is a game of inches, and plays like this explain why. You pick up a little bit more, it's a fresh set of downs. Now on 4th and short, this coach has a decision to make.
This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown, so they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they turn it over on downs.
All right, Mike, so in this situation, a defensive coordinator has two options. You can sit back and play the pass, or you can be aggressive and go after the quarterback. In this case, they chose the latter, and that's why they were able to force the turnover on downs.
The Vikings offense ready to take over once again. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. In motion, it's Jefferson. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. That's caught by Jones out of the backfield. Room to run past the 30. How about this? He's to the 10, and he's going to take this all the way to the house. 91 yards. Touchdown, Minnesota. A huge play there. They go in the air. We only see a few touchdowns of that length all year. They go from backed up to in the end zone for a touchdown.
It is, Mike. In this case, most teams are saying, let's just pick up a 1st down. At the very least, give our punter some room out of the end zone. But not this guy. He's thinking taking it to distance, and that's exactly what he was able to do.
Previous play is under review.
What they're looking at here is the spot of the football. Always tricky to get this exactly right. But it only takes a few inches to make a big impact. So slow this down, find a landmark on the field, and determine where the spot should be.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that challenge, a successful one. On the draw, here's Jones. And he's able to fight through one tackle here and pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
Evan Williams. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
They'll motion over Thielen. McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. Catch made by Thielen. And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line.
Back at the 23-yard line.
It is 3rd and long. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points, but really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play. It stresses your offensive line. It stresses your quarterback. It stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
The Packers offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 14 on that play. One play, one first down.
First down.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
The right side, catch made by Dobbs. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. And it's a gain of 20 on the heels of another big play to begin this drive.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Love out quickly to Dobbs. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And it'll be a pickup of 3, so 3rd down, forthcoming.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and
5. Here's Love to throw. Flushed to his left.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's another Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. In motion, it's Golden. Jacobs will get it to start the 4th quarter. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
The RPO, that one is complete. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. To throw is Love. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Packers will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Vikings offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. On the zone read, it's McCarthy. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
And the Vikings, first down.
And this is really an area, Mike, that he excels in. He makes the right decision to keep the ball himself, and then when he hits the hole, he doesn't stop until he picks up the first down.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. They'll motion over Thielen. Working his way across the field. That is caught by Addison. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That pickup good for 29 yards.
First down. A gain of 29 yards. First down, Minnesota.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Micah Parsons gets him for a loss of 4. And that'll set up 3rd down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
It's been a largely forgettable performance from this offense up until this point, Mike. I mean, these sacks, they just continue to stop so many of their drives throughout the entire game. And then you look up at the scoreboard, and it pretty much reflects that here in the 4th quarter.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. They'll go. Here's McCarthy. He's got it inside the 5. And he will score! T.J. Hawkinson. Touchdown, Vikings. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. His kick is good. And the Vikings will get just a bit closer.
37, Vikings 10. Will
Riker out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Williams now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. They'll run with Jacobs. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 1. He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
19 yards.
A pickup there of 19 yards. Good for a Green Bay first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Off the RPO, this is Dobbs. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, here comes Jacobs. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. This running back's had a really nice day, so in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
2nd and 10. A run up the middle with Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. Here now, 3rd and 5. Back to throw is Love. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
Little miscommunication there, now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. Spotted at the 35, this a 45-yard attempt. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Packers will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Price now to return it. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. The drive begins with a carry by Jones, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
Devontae Wyatt on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. In motion, it's Jefferson. A little play action here with McCarthy. To get this complete, it's Thielen over the middle. A gain there of 16 yards. It'll be a Vikings first down.
The Vikings first down. 1st and 10.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Give them 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down. To throw is McCarthy. He takes off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
At the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. They run straight ahead with Jones. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Minnesota.
First down. 1st and 10.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
They'll go back to Jones on first down. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
Evan Williams. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 26-yard line.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. Yeah.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. A throw left side, taken in by Thielen. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
No handoff, he'll keep it himself. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
2nd and goal, now it's from the 6-yard line. Up the middle, here's Jones. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. On 3rd and a yard, it's McCarthy. And he will take this one across into the end zone. J.J. McCarthy. Touchdown, Minnesota. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Reichard, good with the extra point. And the Vikings are able to edge a bit closer.
Vikings 17.
We're down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here trying to get an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. Their job made a little easier by that big kick return. They start in tremendous field position here. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Love. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson.
To Christian Watson. Out of bounds at the 34-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. He'll get this out wide, and they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A pickup there of 13. 1st down, Packers.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
In motion, it's Golden. Here's Jacobs. He's to the 10, and he'll take this one in. Josh Jacobs, touchdown Packers. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Now it's McManus for the point after. He's got it. And the Packers will add one more onto their big lead.
Packers 47, Vikings 17. Brendan McManus
Both teams
to kick
ready
off
to go
for
once
Green Bay.
more as the kick's away. Price now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard
Vikings
line.
take over first and 10.
The Vikings offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. A run. It's Jones. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 6. From the gun, here's McCarthy. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. Third down coming up.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
He'll try and get there on the ground. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. To throw, it's McCarthy. A short one taken by Hawkinson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Gain of 8. And the Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's McCarthy. To the right side, he's got Hawkinson, his tight end. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment, they face 2nd down and 7. Throwing again is McCarthy. That's caught once again by Hawkinson. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Vikings.
Offensively landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. 18 yards on the pickup there. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as the tacklers made it about the 5-yard line.
And while this game is certainly all but over, this drive really comes down to pride. On one side, you got a team trying to show they're willing to fight all the way to the end, and then the other, they don't want to give up a touchdown at this point in the game.
They'll run it here with Jones. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. We do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
Will Reichard now on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Vikings are able to cut into the deficit.
Vikings 24. Will Reichard
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here's Williams on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 33-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. So, it's a win for the Packers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Packers are winners as we say so long from legendary Lambeau Field.